I am Thokozani Hungwenyoni. I come from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. For a long time, I've been suffering from a severe headache. For many years, I think it started before even 1994. And I first of all thought it was just a stress because 2 years before my husband died, well, you know, after death, things don't normally are as good as you might think. But then later on, it was on and off, and the medicine I used to take was just Paracet, Panadol, but I had never gone to hospital until later in 2010. That was in October. I just became unconscious. I had a terrible headache. It was on a Sabbath afternoon, and then tomorrow, the following day, it was on a Sunday. I really became unconscious. I was carried to our hospital, Pararenyatwa, and they detained me for about a week. They made all the tests because they thought it was meningitis. It was so terrible. And they gave me, for sure, all the medication, everything. And in 3 days' time, everything had subsided. And they took me all the tests, whatever they knew, they thought of. And they said, sure, there's nothing that we have found that you have meningitis. We were thinking because of the terrible bum of the headache. Now, and then that was 2010. 2011, it was better, but on and off sometimes. And then 2012, on and off. And then 2013, I was in Harare again. I had been coughing, just coughing. And then all of a sudden, this headache came cracking, and then I saw myself becoming dizzy, and I woke up just having something, tsunami, something like that. You could see the walls falling, everything just falling. Then I sat up. It was around 3 a.m., 4 o'clock a.m. Then in the morning, then it was on a Wednesday. Then tomorrow morning, I told my young sister, well, this thing happened, but I'm having a terrible headache. Then she said, okay, we will take you back to Pararenyatwa, because I always carry, you must always carry your health records with you. So we went, they again did the tests, but nothing. Then some of the doctors, they suggested I better just have a detox. A detox when you take fruits for 15 days, fruits and vegetables without, yes, it detoxed my system. But then it subsided a little, but then sometimes I could hear it. Then when I traveled back to Bulawayo, I was having this headache. Just one day in January, just when I was about just to turn my head, I just turned my head wanting to sleep, and then everything, just another tsunami. I clutched at the bed, at the blankets, everything. And then my daughter was there. She started crying because you normally wouldn't know what was happening, where to turn your head. You can't turn your head this way. You just have, even in Harare, I was now sleeping like that but in a comfortable chair. Now even in Bulawayo, when that had occurred, now my other daughters abroad and here, they said, Mom, you better come. There is a headache clinic. Apparently, I just had heard of it or seen it somewhere, but you'll never know. Headache clinic, I've talked to them, and well, I've booked that you should come. Well, we traveled. I came by God's mercy. We came down to South Africa. We booked at the headache clinic. My first week, when I came being seen by the first doctor, sometimes you feel a relief just for seeing a doctor, you see, touching you. But then after that, there were tests and tests that were made. The most important thing that I loved and liked was the when they take when you go and then they take you all the pictures of the head and everything. And then when they showed me the pictures, I said, and then they told me, this is like this is like this. But then they told me it was a tension migraine, and it had made my left side, because my left side was the worst. My left side, the bone tension had moved out, and the neck spine is bent while it should always be straight. So I think that was all the pain and all that. Well, and then they said the only medication that we are going to give you is called PMA. PMA is the name is posture modifying appliance. These are appliances that they make for you, and they say this will help you to do this, and then they made that for me. But really, I was very much impressed by the examinations that I had before the PMA. And then this is the second week I've been here. The first week that they made the PMA, and then after that they told me how you should fit them on your upper inside, on the upper, and the other one it just fits exactly under your tongue, on your teeth. Well, they fitted very nicely. I went back home, slept well, but then the boom and all the headache, the knocking and everything. For the first 2-3 days, I did not feel anything. But at the end of the first week, something started just I started to feel, well, this headache there, it comes, there is coming a knock and it goes. A knock and it goes. Well, I had always used to take tablets and everything. This is my second week. And now I'll be going home. I haven't had that knocking and that troublesome, because I had 2 physiotherapies, And well, I feel fine. I can exercise. I know I still have to exercise a lot and get another 2 or 3 physios back home, which I'm very grateful. I'm really very grateful for the headache clinic, because I am 60% better, because it's still too early, but my headache and everything, I can sleep better. I did not used to turn to the side, to the right side, because the right side is when sometimes I could turn like this and all goes wrong, not my left. So I had very much used to just to sleep the whole night with my, now I can turn and look even at something behind me or like that, because I did not used to turn like that, because everything was tension. Well, they have told me it's tension, and that sometimes, yes, like everyone else, you have to think. You think you have challenges, you have everything. And someone told me, well, you have age stress. When you become old, you obviously you are stressed by many things that happens, children and all that, and it affects mostly. But this headache clinic has really helped me, and I would recommend. I was thinking, back home I've got my brother's wife who really needs to come and be examined, from the first doctor to the last doctor. They even gave me, the first day I came, I had a terrible headache on my left. They gave me an injection. I thought they were going to give me an injection here. Oh, they're right in my... I grew up in a hospital when my father was moving from hospital to hospital, so an injection is something that I fear very much. But here, I said, I can do it. And for sure, I can do it. I thank God for the headache clinic. And this is my message to the headache clinic staff, the doctors, and everyone, that they should know, and all, that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. How they have come, God has given them wisdom and knowledge to help us, the sick. And then this is found in Psalms, in the Bible, Psalms 139 verse 14. In another version, it says, thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. And these people know where to touch, because God has blessed each and every one of them. Thank you, Headache Clinic. I have really enjoyed being here for the 2 weeks, and I will always recommend anyone, everyone. It's like a touch of gold that has happened in my life, just that touch of gold. Yes, thank you very much.
Mrs. Neer.